misses it, so you can understand it. I mean, he knows his own body better than anybody. I'm just 4-touchdown lead. You're looking at me. They respect the fact that he wants to be on this field to secure a Big 12 championship too. He wants to be on this field to secure a Big 12 championship too.
At 131, so he's over 3,000 career yards combined in his first 2 seasons. Shepard, the catch made, a stiff arm, wants to break free, wrestled down at the 4-6. So he 3rd down. Well, after the ball game, except on the West Coast, late local news, most of these ABC stations. ESPN will have Sports Center. Highlights another busy day in college football. Plenty of discussion as we move within 1 week. The playoff selection committee's final verdict, the bracket of 4 teams to play in the semifinals New Year's Eve in Miami and Arlington. The Sooners have so far 11 minutes to play, made a very strong statement about their worthiness, no doubt about that. Snap it at 1, and Mayfield puts it, and Shepard dropped that one. So he's had a couple drops tonight to go with his 10 catches, and the Sooners will punt. Mayfield 17 of 25, and I think of those 8 incompletions, about 5 have been drops.
Yeah, a couple by Shepard.
A couple by Neal. Cyber on there, and everything working for Oklahoma. Gets hit at the 2 and stopped. Wow.
Complete team.
Yep.
Offense, defense, special teams.
The 10 universities of the Big 12 Conference are changing lives by turning young women and men college athletes into successful graduates through academic support and athletic scholarships. View their amazing stories at Big12championsforlife.com.
Wrangler Advanced Comfort.
Seems like a long time ago. The 10-7 lead, the Cowboys. Oklahoma went on a tear. They have continued to exert dominance here after halftime. Stretching the lead to 28. Cowboys pin back at their 3. Walsh in a little crease. He's knocked down by Jordan Evans and Alexander.
You know, the defensive line from Oklahoma with Tapper and Matt Diamond, Eric Stryker we know about. We've seen Devontae Bond tonight as well. DJ Ward's had opportunities. Charles Walker. Very, very talented group. Good mixture of size and athletic ability and experience. Very, very tough up front.
Second down run. Walsh again gets away. And threw a tackle there for out of the 23. Parker eventually stopped him. JW still out there playing hard. He's going to be a coach like his dad, and by showing loyalty, never considering transferring, even though Rudolph had beaten him out, he'll always be popular around here. And I think Gundy feels will one day be a terrific coach, whether it's at the high school level or college.
It would be interesting to see what choice he makes because of his dad, his background. And talking to the coaches this week, they think it would surprise them to see him want to coach in college. And with his legacy, what he's done here in these last 4 years, he'd be a great addition.
Dropped down. I like Gundy, who played his 4 years here, then right into coaching at a very young age, play caller at a very young age, much like Lincoln Riley is on the other side tonight. Gundy already dozen years on the job. You can't believe how fast time's gone. 48 years old now.
You and I were talking to him this week, and I said, I don't know, this year's a little bit of a surprise for them to get to 10 wins, but he's done a really good job of maintaining consistency at this school, what he's been able to achieve.
Walsh downfield as a man hangs it up, and Washington couldn't collect it. That ball hung up a little bit too long. The Sooners recovered.
Washington's come back and made a lot lot of catches against Sanchez. This time, he goes by him a little double move. Boy, Zach Sanchez, he's not going to like the film when he pulls this one out. Now, he's lucky because the ball hung up in the air and allowed the safety Parker to come over and help out. But if J.W. Walsh threw this ball on time and didn't put so much air under it, that little double move there by James Washington left 15 once again standing there, lost in coverage. He's had a rough night tonight.
6 of 15 on third down. Walsh needs 10. Pump fakes. And now fires and it's broken up. Again, closing with Stephen Parker that time. That's a good series for the safety and it's fourth down.
I think Parker has the skill set of a corner, but he plays safety. 6'1", 200 pounds out of Tulsa. And I think his emergence this year, along with Will Johnson, these are the guys that, when you get against these Big 12 offenses, you know about the corners in Thomas and Sanchez. But in the inside, when you have Stephen Parker that can make plays and has ball skills, that's a real asset to this defense.
Jack Siner has been way too busy tonight for the Cowboys. Hopes to win this game. Shepard backpedals at the 36. 8:26 to go for the Sooners.
Notre Dame losing.
Buckeyes' big win over Michigan not included there, but it could be a really important day for Ohio State, coming with a home loss to Michigan State, as Mixon cuts it back because with Notre Dame dropping out, Ohio's lurking around, but they were 8th there, so just really need another upset or two to put themselves back, perhaps into contention.
Yeah, I mean, it puts them and you would think Stanford as the two teams waiting to see if there'll be an upset in that final weekend, whether it's North Carolina and Clemson or it's Alabama and Florida, which doesn't seem very likely.
Is there a scenario, Kirk, where you don't see one of the Big Ten teams, whether it's Iowa or Michigan State, the winner in Indy not being right?
No, I think
they got a slot.
Oklahoma has secured their spot tonight. I think the winner of the Big Ten championship game, and of course Clemson and Alabama if they win their championship games. The thing is, if you have somebody stumble, one of those four, well, Oklahoma's done, but one of the others were to stumble, the two teams, just based on all these losses that are piling up in the top 10, the two teams that are going to be in the discussion will end up being Ohio State and Stanford. Now remember, Stanford still has to play USC in the Pac-12 championship game. And if they were to lose that, I think the only team left might be old Urban Meyer and Ohio State hanging around out there.
Free play, Cowboys jumped offside, and Westbrook just over his fingertips, but Mayfield knew he had a shot downfield. The penalty is going to be against the Cowboys and should give Oklahoma a first down here. Baker was disappointed. He wanted that shot there.
Offside. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Jordan Relford jumped off. This was the de facto conference championship game in the Big 12, where they played 9 games through round robin.
You and I will be in Charlotte for Clemson in North Carolina with our crew.
Can't wait for that. It's a sellout.
It is going to be fun.
Tar Heels, just the one loss. They are completely overlooked and they feel disrespected, but the early loss to South Carolina, the other two soft non-conference games, eroding some of their credibility, but it's been a terrific year for the Tar Heels as Mixon makes a cut, shakes free, and bulldozes down to the 41. Clemson's been number 1 in all 4 editions, and would you figure guys stay there? You think they'll still be number 1?
I think they will. I think you'll have Clemson, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Iowa. I think it's going to hold serve here going into that final weekend. Michigan State sitting right there at 5, chance to play number 4. Winner of that game, you would think, will be right where they want to be in the top 4.
This is Mixon again. Down at 35.
Bob Stoops still electing to keep his starters in. Again, not having one graphic we didn't have, or one part of the graphic we didn't have, you talked about. No longer having the Big 12 championship game, so there's nothing to worry about. They're playing for the Big 12 championship right now. These players don't want to come out of the lineup. They want to keep playing.
Bob's got his assignment. He and Mike Gundy and their staffs, of course, will head out and begin recruiting tomorrow. It's about a 9-day recruiting period that you get the benefit of using if you don't play the final weekend, and they will hit the trail hard looking for the next crop of prospects. This is Mixon bulldozing straight ahead. Pacific Life game summary, looking at what was the decisive quarter in this game, the 30-point quarter for the Sooners, which included the pick six from Jordan Thomas, some fireworks from the running game, P. Ryan and Mixon with long touchdown runs in the first half. Stoops and Kirk Ferentz, interestingly, of Iowa, each in their 17th year, and with Frank Beamer retiring after this season, his Hokies did win at Virginia to secure a bowl bid. A terrific moment as Beamer, he dabbed a little bit, he went in the locker room and celebrated, was carried off the field. His 29th year, when he does retire, Ferentz and Stoops are next 10-year at school with 17 years, and perhaps both headed for the playoff if Iowa can knock off the Spartans next week.
Well, I wondered about that with Frank Beamer stepping down. Boy, it's amazing. Bob Stoops, 17 years.
178, closing in on 179, Oklahoma. Baker Mayfield is a finalist for the Davey O'Brien Award, which will be awarded at the People Award Show in Atlanta this year for the first time, as Mixon bounces it. The first down, driven out inside the 15. Well, Tuesday night over on ESPN, a college hoops doubleheader, annual Big Ten ACC Challenge presented by United States Marine Corps, 7:30 Eastern, Cavaliers and the Buckeyes. And at 9:30, Maryland plays North Carolina, used to be ACC rivals, of course, now part of the Big Ten ACC Challenge. Also streaming live on the Watch ESPN app.
See the boys across the way still beating on the wall down there with the paddles. They're still working.
I think you're allowed to leave. If you're one of the paddle people there, I think you're required to stay.
They're still banging away down there.
I don't think the Sooners are phased. Mixon breaking free. Sometimes visitors will tell you that noise, which is loud down there when they get going, perhaps not as peppy as they have been at times in the past.
When you're up 28 with under 4 minutes to go, it's kind of a, well, we got a job to do here. We're gonna keep banging on this wall here.
It feels like more chore than anything else, isn't it?
That middle thing,
They're still here.
Oh, I love
break from street.
I appreciate it. We need a cannon guy here. You combine this group with the cannon guys.
We just got out.
Broke it. This dude on the right broke his paddle.
Down here with no shirt, banging on the wall in a 28-point game. Criticize it. Mixon.
No, I love it. I applaud it. It's incredible.
It is incredible. It's a good word for it.
Is that an assignment, or do they just do that on their own?
It's part of the club. There's a president of the club. It began in the 90s. It was some fraternity members that did that. I don't know about club.
But none of them have left.
Is that what is that, a ring? What is that? What's going on there? I don't know. Play clock again. And it's Mixon. Bounce it in. Flag is down. He's knocked out. He ruled a touchdown. We'll check the marker.
I think it's offside. It's by Oklahoma State.
That's right in front of the Oklahoma band. They're going to love the Sooners.
You know, P. Ryan gets so much attention that Joe Mixon, a lot of times, gets forgotten.
Offside. Defense number 20. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So it's been 6 or 7 weeks since that Texas loss. You watch Mixon along with P. Ryan in the backfield together to make sure the ball got into the end. Looks like it did from that angle.
these two guys. Kirk Mixon with 136 and 2. Perine 131 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, he is just a really nice compliment in what they've done with their scheme and how they attack now. They kind of mirror each other in the backfield. You really can't get any kind of hint at all of what might be coming next.
Game, as you see, really satisfied hugs from Lincoln Riley. He's the new component of this Oklahoma team. The play caller who came over from East Carolina, just 32 years old, and for the Sooners, this is a sweet celebration. Their regular season is done. They feel they're headed for the bracket, Kirk, and it's a team that had to climb out of a hole at Tennessee. Strikers barred by Cooper slits, it looks like.
You know what's cool about that? The hugging down there is Lincoln Riley's not just hugging the offensive guys, he's hugging the defensive guys. This is a very hungry football team. There's offense hugging defense there with Stryker and Mayfield. Yeah, it might seem like something. Of course they're hugging each other. You don't always see that. A lot of times you'll see the offense on one end of the field hugging each other, the defense on the other. This is a real team, and I think the 8-5 year a year ago really made them appreciate winning that much more.
Carr is knocked down. It's a group that was splintered. They came apart in that 5-loss season, but they came together after the embarrassment in the bowl that you talked about earlier, galvanized in the spring, and then after the loss of Texas, which was mysterious, they just were
they learned
a flat performance script. But look at the scores. Look at the huge production offensively since that one loss. And they paid back the Cowboys for an upset loss in Norman last year in a big way, and they are continuing to enjoy it, dancing around on that sideline.
They're going crazy over there right now.
Officials trying to get him back.
The loss in Texas taught them about appreciating playing with an edge, playing with a focus that they didn't have that day. They have not looked back since that game either.
They're going to go now to 13-1 in these Bedlam games when it's a top 25 matchup. They've been knocked off in surprise over the years, but when both teams have showed up with some hype, it's been the Sooners who have dominated the Cowboys down through the decades.
We got some organization going on right now with the Gatorade.
Well, we got a minute 36 to go. I don't know if it's time for that yet.
How about that? There's his brother Ron. Ronnie made it in.
Yeah, Ron, who works
made it out of Youngstown.
Works for Oklahoma at Youngstown State. Taylor breaks free. Fights hard out near midfield.
Bob took the headphones off.
Gatorade next.
You got Sterling Shepard there. You got Zach Sanchez, Dominic Alexander. Here they come. Look, head on a swivel. Hey, they got him. It's only 25 degrees out.
It's got to be a great feeling for Bob Stoops. So, you know, 17 years is a long time at one school in the modern climate of this sport. We've already had a championship. You said lost another championship game to Urban Meyer and the Gators. He came back and he got re-energized.
Yeah.
Feels better physically than he did a year ago.
No doubt about it.
Wait, you telling Coach Riley did he elude this?
Woo! Oh! Come on.
Mayfield and Trevor Knight, the two quarterbacks, couldn't get their OC.
Incompletion. He's going to play along here.
Cowboy down on the field. And Mike Stoops has come down out of the press box with a carry-on luggage slung over the shoulder there. Getting set for the charter home. All smiles for Oklahoma. A 25-point victory over their rivals from Stillwater. And 11-1 season. Feeling very, very good as they hit the recruiting trail tomorrow about their playoff chances coming in at number 3, even before this high-quality road win. AT&T strong performance, looking at the backfield of Oklahoma tonight.
Pretty good evening for Perine. Had the big run that really got him going, averaging almost 8 yards a carry. Joe Mixon with P. Ryan having an ankle injury, got more and more of an opportunity in the second half, almost 10 yards a carry, and a couple touchdowns himself, and a big solid night again for Baker Mayfield.
Chris Carson, junior running back for Oklahoma State, is the player who is being helped off to the sidelines. Oklahoma State, you look at the stats, Kirk, in 450 yards. They weren't terribly outgained, had 6 yards of play here, and J.W. Walsh on senior night with Rudolph unable to contribute much. His stats will look real good, but it was Oklahoma putting this thing away in the second quarter, really.
Yes.
Vinny Childs ducks it back. And the Sooners, first contender with this playoff to have their business concluded, make this a bedlam beatdown to claim the Big 12 championship, their first since 2012. 5-0 this year against teams ranked in the AP top 25. Sweet one for all the veterans. The veteran coach. Shepard, a backflip to punctuate a night that included 10 receptions.
Oh my God.
Touchdown, be careful. Let's get on to Tom Rinaldi with a satisfied Coach Stoops.
Chris, thanks very much. An absolutely thorough victory in every phase of the game, Bob. What message do you think this sends to the committee?
Well, hopefully we were already in a positive position in the top three, and we can only move up, I would guess. And really proud of our players, and assistant coaches really did a great job.
8-5 the season to where you are right now, Bob. What was the key to this turnaround and this team coming together the way it has?
You know, they've worked really hard. We've really pushed ourselves in practice. It's been a fun group. Really, they've got a great personality to them and great willingness to listen. So it's been a great group, fun group to coach.
Baker Mayfield, a great performance. What pleased you most, the block he threw or everything else he did?
You know, that guy is special. He just does so many. He's just so entertaining to watch, and there's no holding him back, you know. So he had another incredible night out here.
Enjoy this one, Bob.
All right, Tom, thank you.
Let's go to Heather with Baker.
All right, Tom, thanks so much, Baker Mayfield. Congratulations. Big 12 champions for the first time since 2012. Now, your coach, Bob Stoops, has talked all season about the singular focus being the motto. How did you guys keep that focus and keep your mind on the task at hand tonight?
It's been tough, but I mean, it's been a week-to-week thing, and our seniors and our captains have done a great job of keeping everybody else focused and focused on our goal, which was first the Big 12, and we accomplished that right there.
You have been on quite a journey. What makes this team, this run, everything that you've done this season just so special?
We're really close. A lot of people don't know that, but we're a really close team. And you don't see that a lot just because it's a college program and people come from every background, but we're really close today, and it's fun when it's special like that.
And Baker, it seems like everything's falling into place. You check off another goal tonight. The season is finished for now. You have one more week to wait and watch the other teams make a statement. What is your statement to the committee for that December 6th ranking?
We already had a nice little ranking in the playoff spot, but I think we just made a statement, so I don't see how they could leave us out.
And you guys always talk about being so team-oriented and how important this team and the chemistry is, but there's also a certain individual award that's floating out there. It's called the Heisman. You've talked about how important it would be to, or how special it would be to get to go to New York. What would that mean to you?
That's like a dream come true. That's something you, as a kid, you grow up and you see that award show every year and you watch that. But I mean, I'm only going as far as the team goes, so I mean, hats off to all my teammates and the coaching staff for getting us ready and winning.
Well, congratulations on another gutsy performance. Speaking of the team, Tom Rinaldi's over there with Mr. Shepard.
Heather, thanks.